Hello, my name is Andrew Burnett, and I am the organizer of the scavenger hunt for this year's North Texas White Cane Safety Day. In order to help your students, or if you're an adult, help you find the points of interest on our scavenger hunt, we are equipping all of our individuals with a beacon which they are going to place in their pocket. This beacon will work with the application Nearby Explorer or Nearby Explorer Online to give proximity beeps to let you know when you are close to a person of interest. The beacons, just in case you're curious, are only about this big. These are inexpensive devices which can be purchased online and used wherever you want. Now, to begin with, Nearby Explorer is about $80. If you are a student in a school district, it is available through purchase on quota funds. If you, however, do not have $80 to spend on the application, you can download the free version called Nearby Explorer Online. The free version will work just the same as Nearby Explorer as long as you have some type of data connection. This means that you must have some type of Wi-Fi signal or cell phone service in order to receive information. Now, to the application. This is what the general screen is going to look like when you first open the app. No matter what version you're using, it's going to look the same. I've already gone through and removed some of the pieces of information from the menu to make the screen less cluttered. You too can do this. I'm about to show you how. All you would have to do with VoiceOver is find the piece of information you want to remove.
Beacon, switch button, off, heading, zip code 76104, switch button, off.
So that's the zip code.
Available.
In order to remove that, what you're going to do is you want to make sure that Actions is selected in the rotor. So you'll place one finger on the screen and rotate another finger around it until it states Actions.
Language, Actions.
Okay, so Actions is selected. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to that piece of information.
Zip heading, zip code 76104, switch button, off. Actions available.
All you do is swipe down with one finger.
Show menu.
When it says Show Menu, double tap with one finger to select Show Menu.
Save location as favorite.
It's going to pop up with a couple of different options. You're going to want to swipe to the right with one finger until it selects Hide.
Set location, enable virtual hide.
So Hide is selected. Now in order to activate the Hide option, you're going to double tap with one finger.
Hide. State Texas, switch button, off.
So it's now hidden that piece of information. You can also go through and just mute pieces of information by simply going to that piece of information on the menu here.
Beacon, switch button, street name Fulton Street, switch button, off.
Right
Actions
now,
available.
the street name is muted. If I were to double tap it, it would state the street name, and it would actually tell me that was on.
On, Fulton Street,
So I'm going to turn that back off just for the purpose of this video.
off.
And while you're doing the scavenger hunt, I recommend that you have as little information turned on as possible. Now, I've already configured beacons in the settings menu, and it shows up on the menu down here where it says beacon.
Beacon, switch button, off.
So it's
Actions
currently set to off. I want to know when there's a beacon around, so I'm going to double tap with one finger so that it is turned on.
Street name Fulton Street, state text cutting, street name Beacon, switch button, off. On.
So now it is on. And just so y'all know, we'll go ahead and show you how to turn on the beacon support. In order to get there, there are tabs down at the bottom of the screen. You're going to want to go down there.
Favorites, button. Settings, tab, 3 of 4, map, select, transit, button, favorites, selected, home, tab, 1 of 4.
Home is the first tab.
Map, tab, 2 of 4.
Map is the second.
Settings, tab, 3 of 4.
Settings is the third. You want to activate settings by double tapping with one finger.
Report distances in metric units. Switch button, off.
Now here's where you configure all the voice options as far as what information is going to be spoken aloud by the application. You can set that up to your preferences as you go through and decide which you would prefer. I typically tend to set mine to feet as opposed to yards, but the setting that you are going to be most interested in for the scavenger hunt is the Ad Hoc Beacon Manager. So I will scroll through the menu by flicking with one finger until it says Ad Hoc Beacon Manager.
Report ground distance, shake to allow indoor support, allow geobeam, expand abbreviate, adjust speech, choose address provide, choose search transit feedback, open street map beacon report, Ad Hoc Beacon Manager, button.
So Ad Hoc Beacon Manager is selected. In order to activate that setting and change it, I'm going to double tap with one finger.
Ad Hoc Beacon map, enable Ad Hoc Beacons, switch button, on.
Now, once this menu is up, you want to make sure that your Ad Hoc Beacons are enabled.
Enable Ad Hoc Beacons, switch button, on.
Mine is currently set to on. If you needed to change that, you would simply double tap with one finger. I'm going to swipe again.
Enable proximity beeps, switch button, on.
You want to make sure that the proximity beeps are turned on. These both are not turned on by default. Having these turned on will drain the battery very quickly, so it's best not to have them turned on until you're doing the actual scavenger hunt. Since these are both turned on, I'm going to go back to the main settings menu and then go back to the home tab. Turn the beacon vocal feature on.
Now, settings, help, tab, set, next, check, fade, search, watch, beacon, switch button, on.
It is on.
Actions available.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up to the top of the app menu, and I'm going to make sure that the voice is set to speak in the background.
Nearby Explorer on resume button.
Right now it is paused, so I'm going to activate this resume button. I'm going to do that by double tapping with one finger.
Resume. Pause button.
Now I'm going to set down the iPad for the rest of this video. Whenever someone approaches an individual who is part of the scavenger hunt and is a person of interest, the beacon will automatically start to interact with the app. I'm going to turn on the beacon now so that you can hear what the app... I'm going to turn on the beacon now so that you can hear how the proximity beeps sound with the application. The proximity beeps will get lower in pitch, and they won't come as frequently the further away from the beacon you are. Since the beacon is right next to the iPad, you will hear what the maximum sound is for the beacon.
Resume button. Resume. Pause. Beacon 1.
That high-pitched beep with frequent beeps is the way that the app sounds when you're in closest readings to the actual beacon. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you enjoy the scavenger hunt at this year's North Texas White Cane Safety Day.